Hopefully everybody doesn't get lost on that other one. I gotta figure out how to delete it, man. But hey, y'all, welcome back to the channel. What it is, man, you guys are back up on the realest podcast. You know what it is, Cali Hood Media. We the originals. I gotta say that over and over. You know what I mean? Shouts out to my boys, SR Broadcast, all the homies at Spill Records, all the homies at Pothead Productions, Underground TV, and everybody who collaborates with us. Salute. What you say, Six? Yeah, one
What up,
person.
everybody? What's up, everybody? It's your boy Six Dudes. Just right here picking up a DoorDash. I'm so sorry.
How you good? Blue Bull, Sea Dog. I subscribe to your channel, Sea Dog. You got your circus tickets, Ferrito? Ah, shit, dog. Hey, the reason why I put it like that is because I'm gonna let a little bit more of you guys get in here, but I just thought we'd come in here and talk with you guys a little bit, because I am the original Cali Hood Media. You know what I'm saying? I am in Southern California. You know what I'm saying? But I don't get it. Why you fools try to go in on me, but you fools don't go in on a no face channel. So you guys, it's a little, not you guys, but the viewers will be in my comments telling me that, a certain Jainita is talking about me on the net still. And I'm not gonna say the gorda's name, the fat girl, the torta. I'm not gonna say her name, but you could keep talking all you, and you know what's tripped out is it must really be intimidating to the person that's talking about me because, damn, my G, like, I stay in the Fato's mouth like carne asada, homie. Allah, like, me and the homies, we move past all the drama. But then I get these little trolls and like, oh, you're not the real Kelly Hood. You're not the real Crazy Hood Media is the real. Let's break it down real quick. Crazy Hood Media is from Washington. All right, he's not even from California. And half of you vatos don't even know his face. You guys only fuck with the vato because he's a producer. And that's just facts, homes. Let's keep it G. You know what I mean? All you rap bottles only fuck with that cat because he's a fucking producer. But that doesn't make me part of his team. Like we got nothing to do with each other. I'm really in Southern California reporting on content, dog. I'm not in Washington. And numbers don't mean shit, dog. Numbers are just a number on the screen, dog. That's all it is. Because when you go to the bank, you can't deposit your views, homie. You get 1 million views. Can you go to the bank and get $1 million? Hell nah. Hell no, dog.
Not even that. Can I add something when I say?
Go ahead, my boy.
People shouldn't even worry about numbers because I'm gonna tell you why. You know how easy it is to manipulate numbers and how
my boy.
Big time artists, everybody have said, don't believe in these streams these artists are getting, these people are getting because they're paying for them. Look, I can tell you right now. I'll tell you right now, I've had plenty of people myself, and I'm not even fully there where I need to be yet. And I've had people be like, hey, Six Deuce, we'll do it for free because I messed with you, but I threw you in a couple playlists on Spotify. Or, hey, you could pay this much money and get in a playlist. I mean, I'm not anybody that did, but I haven't paid for nothing like that. And I'm not.
Nah, me either.
Does, but I'm just saying that I've had people do it for me for free. I had people show me like, yeah, I messed with you, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw you in the playlist and you'll get them. So, bro, if numbers are what you guys are worried about on the screen, I'm gonna tell you how easy it is to. Fool, you could buy a blue badge now. Come on, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not knocking, but if that's so important, then bro, it's so easy to manipulate numbers and even if they're genuine, right? Salute, because if you do the right things with those numbers, yes. But like you said, you're right. I can't walk up to the bank and be like, here, I got 1 million views. Is that enough credit?
I've hit 1 million views on no jumper content, dog. You know how much that shit paid? I think that for like $50, homie.
Yeah.
That shit wild. Homie, to answer your question, YG1800 said, no disrespect, Kelly Hood, but are you on Scante or what? Oh, that lit. Shots fired, my boy. Actually, I got a proposal for all you vatos out there that call me a Scante warrior. If you guys will shoot a drug test to me, homie, I'll take that shit in front of you. Well, not in front of you, but I'll take it on live, come in the screen, and I'll show you about those results. Shut you fools up. So if you guys can provide me with a drug test, homies, I'll shut all you vatos up. But if I provide some of these content creators with a drug test, half of these vatos got blues and scante in their system. I'm drug free, homie. And I'm proud to be like that. Palabra on my kids, homie. Gracias a Dios. Thank God, homie, that I'm fucking sober and I'm free and I'm not locked up and I'm not dead, homie. Because at the end of the day, I used to fuck around a lot, homes. Palabra, I used to do a lot of bad shit, homes. Pero I stopped all that. I got kids inside, you know. I just smoke, you know what I mean? My boy Six Deuce knows. You fools, I always trip out because when I look around, look, I see my pad and I see everything around me, and I'm like, if I was on Scante, you guys think I would have everything? Fuck no, fool. That shit would have been clucked already, dog. This microphone, this $100 soundboard, this fucking MacBook that I'm on, the fucking monitor behind, like everything would have been clucked, fool. So I'm just saying, if anybody wants to provide a drug test, homie, we could run that. Matter
Yeah,
of fact, let's have the drug test challenge, homies. I challenge all the YouTubers, all your favorite YouTubers. I challenge every single one of you vatos to take a drug. Let's take a drug test. Palabra, homie. Let's see. Let's see who's clean and let's see who stands on business and who really smoking that scante. Let's do it. I challenge all you vatos, homie. Every single one of you YouTubers who yap all that high power and call me a tweaker, big head. And you know why I move my hands a lot, homie? Because I grew up in the late '90s, my boy. And if you're really in the streets with the homies, you would know that the homies from back then. That's how we talk, my boy. That's just a fact, my G. Because if you tap in with the homies that are from my era, because I'm an older homie, I'm not young, dog. You would be amazed, homies. You would see the same trim, the same traits, homie. And I'll even show you my charges, homie. Come on, let's do this. You fools talk a lot of my side. Let's bust it out, dog. Let's bust it out. I put that on my kids. You won't find one drug charge on my papel, homie. That's on my life, dog. Never been locked up for drugs in my life, homie. No disrespect to the ones that have, but I'm trying to say, you guys call me a smoker. I would love to see your favorite YouTuber. Let's do drug test for drug test. Let's see who's clean. Let's see if who's really smoking scante, who's really doing the coke, who's really doing the blues, who's really doing it. I want to see. And I guarantee you now, one of these vatos is going to take the challenge. Palabra. I could put that shit on the neighbor Riverside IE. None of these vatos are going to accept my challenge, dog. You know, matter of fact, they're not even going to talk about it, homie. Because, hey, fool, they can't drug test my G because they ain't clean. But me and my boy right here, we sober than a bird, dog. That's why we elevated, homie. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But, one last thing before I let my homie talk. If you guys can't pass a drug test right now, don't call me nothing, homies. Because I'll take a fucking drug test because I'm a family man. I'm a dad, homie. And when you're a real dad, you have to worry about a C, and I'm not going to say the rest, but it starts with a C and it ends with an S, right? And if they come and you're dirty, guess what happens? Vámonos. No excuses. And I'm a single parent, homie. So if I fuck up, I mess up my kid's future. And guess what? My boys just had awards. Assembly. I went yesterday. I went to their awards, both of them. So come on, man. I wanna know. I'll take all the. Hey, and you guys could add every single drug on there. I smoke bud, but that's legal. So that's all you're gonna find. But if you guys want to put opiates, fentanyl, heroin, cocaine, all that, let's go. I don't even drink beer, homie. I don't even smoke cigarettes. Homie, I run and skateboard a lot. That's my hobby. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's start moving past all the gang politics and let's start moving past all that gang activity, all that talking about who did what here and there, what, because we already seen where that shit leads, homie. So me, I'm trying to take a different turn. So I challenge all the YouTubers out there to run a drug test with me. Since I'm a smoker and I'm a dope fiend and I'm all this and I move my mouth and all that funny shit that you vatos be saying, let's take a drug test for drug test, homie. We could meet up. We can even go in the clinic together. We could do this shit, walk out and show the fucking results. I'm down. Who's down? I know Six Deuces down. I know half you other fools ain't because you fools be really on that pipe. You know what I mean?
Yep. And that's one thing I want to say too. Like, uh, you know, there's people still dealing battling addiction. You know what I'm saying? And
No
I get
disrespect to the home.
exactly what Cali Hood Media is saying. Like in lesser words, it be the ones using. But if people are using, I don't judge nobody. We're just
Hell
saying
no, never.
people people are quick to say who's on what drugs is what we're
Yeah,
trying to say is like if only
yeah.
they knew, you know what I'm saying?
I
But
just trying to, yeah, yeah.
yeah, because like I'm gonna lie, like I'm sure say like I got a few family and we spoke about that. We still say it. I know you said it plenty of lives yourself, so it's not nothing you have to even repeat. Is that we don't judge nobody for using. We're just saying
I used to use.
if
I used
fools
to be a user.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
if fools are gonna be choosing though, judging though, just be real. That's all we're saying, like
Yeah.
because like I had homies like that, like believe it or not, I'm not homies with them no more, but I be having homies like like in a different way, like oh look at that tweaking ass fool, da 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 da, and then be sitting there with a whole pipe on the low, and then I'd be like, what? Like like so it's cool, but like that's what I'm saying. It's those type of fools. Like don't be sitting there doing the
My
shit
weed.
yourself.
You know what I'm saying?
Same here. Yeah, Scott. But that's kind of like my whole thing. Like, all right, this is what I want to say real quick before we come in. I want to say shout out Lily Loves You, Rossi, The Solution, HCB Chemistry, Sea Dog, Terps, and who else? Who else is up in here? I think I seen everybody. And Mike's World too. And I think I say HCB Chemistry. But yeah, I just want to go ahead and just add like, okay, I already know who you're talking about. So I'm gonna go ahead and just not say names and just say if that's the case, that's embarrassing me. Because if you guys don't know, I won't bring an individual into something that's not because that's honestly something I had to
Right.
learn. Um, y'all know how I feel about certain people, certain things, and we're not any
Right.
specific here. Just you guys have watched, and you guys also have recently watched. I came to terms with, you know what, homie? I might get some backlash for what I said about people as a general, as a camp. So I'll stand on that, but I also learned I'm not gonna attack a whole camp for one individual, for one fool that's sitting here
Yeah.
doing the most when it's just not it. It's not it because that's how a lot of necessarily problems happen for no reason. And how
Right.
I'm humble because let's just say this: I'm gonna go perform with somebody from that camp very soon, in person, by myself, no security, no team, and y'all can take advantage if you want. Hey, just know, like I said, you would better get me fast, Tommy, because I'm poking up somebody. Hey, might not have my thing on me, but remember, what's legal in all states for self-protection, I can get it at the hardware store. By all means, it's
Shit.
not threat. They call me scary. I'm just saying, homie. So, hey, try to jump me if you want, homie, but go do what you want, though, because you're gonna be jumping holes.
And, yeah,
Go
and
ahead, but
and hopefully that nothing like that happens, and I just think like if homies are tripping off the internet, because nobody should be getting rushed unless it's some real street shit. And and I know a lot of times these fools say the internet street shit, but this ain't, homie. I don't want no part of that shit, homies. I don't want no part of any kind of uh violent gang fucking activity online, homies. I just don't, cause I learned from no jumper, Don. Shit, homie. Look what's happening right now. I'm
no,
good.
no, yeah,
Mhm.
and I don't even look. I just want to add real quick,
No,
and
no, you good.
that I want to clarify. And I'm not sending threats here. I'm not saying I'm even going to do any of that. I'm just saying that I'm prepared with an open mind, meaning I'm not on that. So for who that's listening, no, I'm not premeditating nothing. I'm not doing nothing to nobody. What I'm saying is that go to show my character. Because I could have been a little princess and been like, oh no, I'm not gonna go perform there no more. Nah, I'm still what I'm trying to get at is that goes to show, bro, that I could care less. This is just the internet, bro. This is just the internet. So if who's are tripping and want to go full force, send the whole militia over YouTube disagreements, go ahead. I'm not saying it's gonna happen because it won't. I already spoke to multiple people, but I'm just showing you that's how mature and the maturity I'm showing. As far as me not caring, well, you got these grown ass men fucking 30, 40 plus, homie, wanting to beef it over small internet issues when I admit, who spoke upon me, so I spoke up back. But that's exactly why I ended it there because, fool, what do I look like getting locked up like Big U and all these fools and all these vatos for beefing it over something the police are laughing at? Because We said it 100 times. Do you fools think I come on YouTube to gangbang? The fools even think I'm trying to be involved in that? Because as far as the police are concerned, I ain't involved in no BS, no problems, no internet beef. So me doing this show next month is going to prove like, homie, you got these 30, 40-year-old men talking out their ass. And you got fools like me, regardless of my age, whatever age I may be, is I'm not even being negative. I'm not even thinking. I'm letting everybody make their money, make their paper, trying to be cool, trying to be smooth. If I was ignorant,
No,
if I
pues,
was late,
Rivas. Yeah, go ahead.
just
I'll just read.
just to end it there on my part is that if I was like all these other fools, I'd be making a big issue out of nothing, but I'm not. I'm living my life normal. I'm not gonna let one thing bother me. I'm not gonna let ignorantness fuck up my professionalism when I show up. Why? So when I show up, fools be like, I don't invite that fool six deuce no more. That fool's nothing but drama, homie. Or you ain't gonna stop my bag, stop my paper, my connections, because you fools want to take YouTube yada and make it real life. Nah, we're not doing that, dog.
Nah, hell no. Yeah, no, definitely, dog. And you know, the homie sitting at the base. Oh, hey, homie, shout out to all the homies from Diablos, homie. Escondido, right? Hey, dog, he's kicking in Pepperwood Apartments right there with, I don't want to say their names, just, of course, but, hey, shout out to the homie Corrupt, though, dog. I know he's doing hard tiempo right now, dog, for whatever happened on the news at one time right there. But, hey, dog, much love to all the Esco boy, everybody in Esco, homie. I met a gang of solid homies. I was able to kick it at the parque right there with the homies. I was able to kick it at Pepperwood, and that wasn't just giving, homes. I had to get hit up a gang of times by the homies. I had to get, hey, homie, where you from? Run up on. Shouts out to your homeboy, your older homeboy too. I don't want to say his name, but you know, he said he lives right there across the street from Pepperwood. That's the homie, right? That's a good homie too, dog. And I remember they ran up on me on New Year's when I was walking back from the other side of the hill. The hospital was down on that side, and then I was coming back. And long story short, they gave me that respect because I didn't back down and shit. And then, from then they knew like, all right, this about to live right here. But they used to hit me up every fucking day. Oh, hey, shouts out to the apartments right there next to it. What was it called? Oh, fuck, hey, what's the fucking Mountain View? Was it Mountain? No, wait. Fuck, what's those apartments called? Hey, yeah, dog.
My bad, hermano. I'm gonna go check on my daughter real quick.
Nah, go ahead, dog. Yeah, the no jumper. I'm starting to think like, damn, dog. You guys got to be careful what you do, man. Hey, but I just make this live and short, real quick though. But wanted to say like, fucking shit. Oh, gotta plug in my laptop. But yeah, homies. Hold on a second. Let me go get a charger. All right, Spencer's.
Not. What's cracking, y'all? But what's
I
up?
didn't
What's
even
up?
notice
Oh,
my battery's about to die.
to answer a question real quick. So the show that's happening, I want to go ahead and call out all the names too. You know what I'm saying? That way you guys get a feel for it. So it's gonna be the Galactic Stoners Meet, Denver, Colorado. It's gonna be Galactic Stoners Meet Part 2 to be exact. And it's gonna be me performing, Chino the P, 53 the Mac, PK, Opina, who else? Gang of Fools, SA Lil G, I believe. Man, let me go and call the names. I know you guys can still hear me. And I'm calling out these names for a reason. You know what I'm saying? One to promote, one to show love. But two, it ain't even no problem like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let fools beef it with themselves type deal. You know what I mean? Hold on real quick. I know you guys can hear me. Give me 1 second. My apologies. Okay, so the other names right here I got here on the list when I'm performing are the ones I shouted out. And Males That Duke. Yup, S.A. Lil G, Tortuga, uh, Filero Steady Steppin', Prodigy, Squillion Capone, X High, Vic Rodriguez, D Easy, Naya, Annex the True Serum, David Pistols, Martinez Landscaping, Loudy Trail, Plex, Mr. Smokey, my boy Bando, Fat J and Extendo. So if you guys know any of those names, that's who will be performing over at the Galactic Stoners Meet Part 2.
See, gonna be cracking. Grand Avenue, yeah. I was born at the old Palomar. Yeah, that's what I was coming from, the old Palomar. Yeah, that little area down there. Hey, fuck, dog. Hey, I had a lot of fun in Escondido, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Good times, man. A lot of good homies out there. Show me a lot of love, dog. I can do with a lot of solid homeboys, in that area. And I'm grateful, dog, to be able to go to different barrios, fool, and post up with homeboys in sections where vatos can't even go, and I'm just saying that to you, my boy, because you're from Esco, right? So you know how Grand is, Pepperwood, you ain't gonna be up in Pepperwood kicking it with the homies if you're just some, you know, punk or something, like I said, it wasn't given, it was earned. So shouts out to all the homies for, giving me that time in that place, homes, when I was in Escondido, living out there with my jefita. Uh, I had just got out, and I got out to absolutely nothing. So I was running amok out there with the homies, and I had a lot of fun, dog. Palabra, a lot of fun, a lot of solid homies that I could say that, you know, showed a lot of love, dog. Yeah, for real, for real. But yeah, man, it's a good place though.
Yeah, Escondido. The closest I've been towards places like that is going out Central.
Man, I don't want to say I don't want to say nothing dumb, but just say I had a lot of fun over there.
Ah,
I used to live by the high school. What was it? Fucking, I forgot the name of the high school. Wait, I used to live off Bear Valley Road, fool. I know you know where Bear Valley Road is. I used to pass all the apartments, dog, and and it's crazy because when you're not from so when you're from a neighborhood, uh, why do I think y'all from East LA? Oh, my homeboy's from East LA right here. My homeboy in the down six
Southeast.
deuce.
My bad. I'm from
Oh,
the
Spencer,
Southeast. My bad.
Southeast.
Shout the East Los though. I'm from
Yeah,
Southeast LA, but shout
my
Northeast
bad.
LA, Southeast LA, West LA, East LA. What else? We got the I know we got the Nella, we got the Sela, we got the East LA, the West Side, obviously. Shout South Central. Just trying to go through everything. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Asters. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about, almost. Hey, oh, I don't want to say none of the homeboys' names, but yeah, dog. I know a few. I know a handful of the homeboys. Like, you would be amazed for that. You know that about what the fuck? Like, I kicked it with a gang of the homies. Hey, Grand be cracking though. Grand Street is cracking. Fuck. Four Flats and Market Street, Loonies. Oh, Market Street. Okay,
The Cuarto Flats.
that's
Shout out to
right.
them.
Shouts out to the homies from Market. Market, is that LA or is that SD? Because I don't know. I met some homies from SD or Market Street. I'm not sure if that's the same clique or the same gang. It might be not. I'm not sure.
I think.
Oh, Market Street from SD. Yeah. I know what you're talking about now. Oh, Spencer, you're from SD. That's right. That's right.
I want to go ahead and give a shout to everybody up in here. That's it.
Oh, and East Los. Sorry.
My love, respect.
Órale, en East Los. Okay. Loonies. Loonies, Market Street, and Loonies. Loonies. Okay, let's talk about that. Loonies. Is that what water was that? Is it Looney Street or is it? I'm reading Four Flats and Market Street Loonies. Oh, Market Street Loonies. All right. In East Los. I'm driving, but I send mine. That's right, my boy is in the bang. What up, my J? Shouts out to the homie Snoops, my boy from Mesa. I know all of man. I'm telling you, dog. You could, man, Holmes. There's not one barrio that I swear I haven't been in, Don Palabra, Holmes, or I don't know somebody from that neighborhood. Like real shit. But I know Snoop's older brothers. Man, there's some good home. That's another story. They gave me a pass in Mesa. I used to go to Mesa with my kids, my sons, and while I lived in Mesa, I would move to Mesa with my jefita when she moved from Mexico to Mesa, and that's when I had first had my babies. And I was trying to do right, you know. I had moved away from Riverside for a little bit, and I was trying to do right. I was trying to take care of the kids, and but I found myself in the same position, Holmes, because I was still in the neighborhood, dog. Like, and it's true, Holmes. You could take the homie out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the homie, and that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? That really is true. So when I was in Mesa, I would go to Libby Lake Park. For y'all that know, you guys from San Diego, you guys know how treacherous Libby Lake Park really is. But it's a beautiful park, man. But a lot of people lost their lives there. Rest in peace to everybody who lost their life at Libby Lake. It's nothing I'm not saying. It's all in the paper. You can go to San Diego Libby Lake and you'll see everything. San Diego tribute. I'm not saying nothing that hasn't been put out there. You feel me? But when I was out there, I would go to their park, Mesa, right? And that's where all their homeboys. That's like fucking headquarters, G. As soon as you walk in, like you go down and all the tables are right there, and they're all right there, homie. Like, I mean, not one, two, three, four. I mean, all of them, homes. You know what I'm saying? So, long story short, dog, fucking, they would bang on me a lot, homes. Hey, where you from, homie? Where you from, man? And then finally, like, I met his older brother, and I met another older OG, well, a couple OGs from Mesa, and I had, they basically got at those fools and told them like, "What's up? What the fuck? Kick back, Holmes. This fool treatment right here. You see this fool passing through, psh, respect." So, shouts out to them. Dog. I'm forever grateful to the Lauderdale Mesa for, you know what I'm saying? Fucking Stalker. Shouts out to Stalker, dog. Shit. Hey, Stalker, dog. That fool tapped in with me, follows me. Salute to him. Salute to his homeboy too. What's his homeboy's name, dog? He's on TikTok now. Fuck is his name, Holmes? I think it's. Let me check. Shout out to that homie too, dog. There's some good homies from National City. It really is. Hater proof. Shout out Hater proof on TikTok. That homie right there is from Block Boys gang. That's a good homie right there.
Now I know. I haven't ever ran into nobody from National City, but I know a lot of fools that confuse our hood for them.
I met some vatos from San Marcos too. I got hit up in their apartments right there off the freeway by Taco Bell. So my primo used to live there, right? And I used to roll up there and park and get off. And one day I rolled up and parked. There's probably like 7 vatos. And when I pulled up, there's like a wall, a garage, right? And there's a wall, so you park along the wall. So when I pulled up and parked, homie, there was no way I could leave no more. I had to get off, dog. Like, fuck, homes, like, what are you gonna do? Like, fuck. So I got off. I love all my kids. So yeah, I got off. And then they're like, where you from, homie? And I'm like, hey, homie, I'm not from right here, from Riverside, but hey, it's all respect, but what's up, All right, homie. And then that's when they shook my hand. Who lives right here? I'm like, my familia. And they're like, all right, homies, that's right, homie. And they never fuck with me again, dog. I love them, But it takes a lot of heart, homes. Palabra, I ain't gonna lie, dog. When I seen all them fools lined up, I was like, fuck. It's like you run into a fucking brick wall, homes, because you got no other choice but to get off, homie. Because if you reverse, it's on. It's on, homie. So you got it's either you get off and it goes down, or you're gonna get respect. You feel me? There's no other option. That's what you youngsters got to remember, that when you got this, it's easy, homie. How you shoot sideways now, right? Nobody shoots steady no more, holding that motherfucker. And motherfuckers shoot like, But hey, to each his own, homes. But just remember, when you're behind the walls, you don't have this. You only have this, but you don't have this, and you only have these. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Ghost Town. Shout out to the homie from what was his name? My boy, he was my fuck. The homie got shot and he survived, and I was right there. I went to fuck, dog. Anyway, I shouldn't have said that. Fuck. Anyway, shout out to the homie though. The homie from Ghost Town. I don't want to say his name, but sadly something happened. But he made it through, homes. He made it through, and that's what matters. Yeah, the homie from Wolfpack. That's right. That's exactly where he was from, dog. Wolfpack. Yo, That was my little homeboy, dog. When he got shot, I was at the hospital, my boy, and it's crazy because that fool was asking for me when he was fucking. He got shot in the face right here and in the head. He was getting down with two fools, fucking mollywhopping them fools, and one fool pulled a pistol out, fucking shot him, pa pa pa, fucking coward, you know. But he's still here, but his face is a little pale. He can't really talk, you know. He doesn't really remember no more. He has to walk, and he's all he. It's a sad situation, my G's. Like if you got homies, dog, and you really out there, fool, like, just remember, dog, like it's a risk. It's a big. I know it's fun. Trust me, I'm no one to judge, homies. I'm just saying, be careful, because I've seen it all. I've seen the homies leaking. I seen the homies pass away. I had my cousins and uncles who got blasted and no longer here. So I know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm saying, dog. And the sad part about it is that the homie was these vatos were disrespecting his hyena, and the homie said, "What fool?" He wasn't having that, so he just started taking off on him. And then fools pulled a pistol and shot the homie like bitches. Spencer. Yeah, homie.
That's what I ain't gonna lie. That's unfortunate, my boy. Like I'm gonna keep it real. Anybody that knows me, like I ain't speak too much, but I'm gonna just say, even with me growing up, like I was one of those fools that like, and obviously I'm young thinking this, so mind you, I gay. It's eat or be eaten. So I'm already knowing there's no rules in the streets. But point is that I can say this, because the homie already passed away. It is what it is, right?
Right.
When I was I'd say like 13. No, like 12, 13. Yeah. So around that time, I had a friend that had passed away. And if y'all don't know, Southeast Los Angeles, we're one of those areas. There's no such thing as Bloods or Crips. There's no such thing as, and I'm no disrespect to the brothers. I'm just saying really what it is. There's no brotherhoods in Southeast Los, at least not established to the point to where I know. Because like I'm just saying, it's kind of like East Los kind of. You know what I'm saying? It's straight up. Um. So point is that my boy was like everybody hates Chris, just City of Norwalk version, meaning he was one of the only at the time, only brothers I knew. Solid dude, boom, boom, boom. He was known for whooping fools. And before this, dog, I used to get mad fools that would pull out filetos, pull out anything, fool, like anything that wasn't your fist, fool. I was just that ignorant youngster, like well, it wasn't ignorant. It's how it's supposed to be, dog. I was taught to
Right.
use your hands, dog. You know what I mean?
That's how I
Uh,
broke this hand.
yeah, so it is what it is. But unfortunately, I mean, he passed away, dog, and he died at the age of 15. And I already told you how he died and passed away. And mind you, his mom passed away from cancer 3 years before that. The lady that found him, and he was
Damn.
asking for his mother. He was like, "Hey, where's my mom? Can you go get her? She's at the house. She's at the bro.
Damn.
His mom was dead for 2 to 3 years before that, homie, and he was just passing away, drowning. So sadly, after that, homie, I admit, dog, as far as self protection, not malicious use or premeditated use for anyone I was wondering, but I do keep a blade on me now because of that. And ever since then, I would always carry one. Because before that, I wouldn't even carry one. I'd be like, for what, dog? I don't need that. But sadly, that's my whole point, dog, is it be like that. Fools don't know how to fight. Fools don't know how to trunk them. And they be getting whooped on me. Because that's exactly what happened. They try to jump the homie. And he was whooping them. He was whooping them, I don't know who these individuals are. Even if I did, it'd be none of my business. But point is that yeah, we to this day don't know who did it. And hey, let's let the detectives do their job right. And I don't wish
Right.
them no, man. I don't even want them to
Yeah.
get caught up. Charlie, I don't want the police's help. I'm just saying that I'm gonna let the detectives do their job, homie, and just say that it is what it is. Long live him. And unfortunate to your homie, but that's how I can relate to situations like that, because that's exactly how it happened. That fool wanna go pick up his lady. From he like, oh, I'm gonna go, and this was even worse. Fool, everybody you felt like shit after because everybody
Right.
had a voice message or text message from that fool saying, "Hey, I don't want to go to the high school alone. Like, I want to go pick up my girl. Like, do me a
Fuck.
favor. Let's just hang out today." And
Right.
his sister felt even worse because she's the one that kicked him out 3 days before that and took away his thing. And she told me I took it away because I didn't want him to gangbang like us, but I kind of regret it now because at least I would have been able to see him. Because who knows if he would have had it that day.
It would have been different.
It would have been
Allegedly.
different, you
Yeah.
know. But like you said, they don't have that in jail. They don't have that all the time. So it's like these youngsters do need to understand. On me, you live by it. You most likely are gonna end up dying by it. You know, whatever it may be. So that's why now I don't bother nobody, homie. Like this is literally my golden rule, and people love me and hate me for it. Smart wise, I won't even bother a fool. So that's why I tell fools, go ahead, call me a bitch. Excuse my language. Call me this. Call me that. Call me all these names. But I'm gonna tell you
Right.
something clear and clear. But you run up on me though, you better be willing to stab me or shoot me. That's all I'm saying because you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Because my life is my life. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about gangbanging. It ain't about a pissing contest. It's about I got kids. I'm making it home to my kids. So for any future anybody that says they have a feather with me and you're looking and call me scary, call me a P, because I'll fight. But I'm gonna tell you right now, you better be willing to stab or shoot me because if not, then walk away. Walk away because if a problem is not worth your life, that's why I say on a smart tip, I told myself, if a problem isn't worth taking somebody's life, which most of the situations aren't, only in self-defense, why am I antagonizing or why am I going out of my way to hurt somebody? So I learned,
Right.
let fools yap it. Let fools talk. Because I've even had one situation I can stop talking about stuff like this is I remember one time because you know they're called pump fakers, whether fools try to show a thing, look scary, or fools pull out a thing. But I remember one time I was younger, it kind of pertained a little off subject, so I was tagging on the wall and we're in the
Right.
river bed right there in Montebello and Pico. And then some older dudes coming by and he's like, "Hey fool, where you from?" And me, I ain't gonna lie, fool. I was pretty disrespectful about it. Fool. I didn't care. I didn't even acknowledge homeboy. I was looking at the wall like, "Homie, I'm from Wooty Woo." Kept going. And then he was like, "Hey, fool, you heard me." Da 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 da. Point is, dog, is he pulled out a knife on me. And I'm only saying this because I was a little kid. It's an old story. Nobody got hurt. So not like I'm telling on nobody. Nobody got hurt. Um, so he pulls it. And I'm like, huh? And in my head, dog, I'm like, what? So I pull out a bigger one. Wah! You know what I'm saying? I pull out, well, me, I'm like, tripping, I'm tripping. But that's a perfect example of I could have went out of my way to do something to him, but I was like, homie, you go about your day, dog. Go about your day, because unless you trying to go have a whole on whatever, because it can go both ways. Now, God forbid, you know, it could have went both ways. But that's my whole
Right.
point. Is an example on my part to where I had to analyze the situation. Like, man, homie, I could do you dirty, but go on about your day, dog. Go on about your day because it's not worth me going to prison for life for a little problem, homie. Because you're scary, fool. So go on about your day, dog.
No shit. And that's really how it is, though. Hmm. Hey, it was tripped out. You caught something that caught my attention. You said, "Oh, rest in peace, your homeboy." You said it. The homie was talking about his feet. That rest in peace to both of them. But it's a trip. It's become well. My tío got shot, right? When he got shot, he was unconscious, and they found him. He got shot in the back, and when he went to the hospital, like he kind of recovered a little bit. Like the next couple of days, like he only lasted like maybe like a month, not even a month, day in the hospital before he passed away from the gunshot wound. But he was telling my jefita that my nana, okay, my grandma, she passed away already a long time ago. Like
Uh-huh.
years ago, homie. And he's telling my mom like, hey, my mom brought me here. Hey, my mom brought me like in her arms. She brought me in the ER. And then my mom's like, "What the?" Like, she's like telling him, like, cause she knows he's like he's, she knows he's in a bad state, so she doesn't want to remind him. Like, mom's, she's gone. He's like, "Nah, nah, nah, mom brought me here. She carried me into the emergency room." I'm like, "Whoa, that shit's crazy."
Crazy, dog. 'Cause you know
You
what?
know?
Fool? Hey, that's more common than you think, dog. Because you know what, homie, like that's man. Fool, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Situation losing people. I mean, it's just crazy, dog. It's crazy. Fool. I thank God, and I still pray to God. I don't. None of my loved ones have to go through any situation like that. But bro, it's real crazy, dog. I really truly do believe, homie, that like we are just a physical shell, fool. While we're on
Yeah,
Earth,
man, though.
our physical, homie, and then there's much more out there than we think, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
People
it's
could believe
crazy.
it or not, but fool, there's got to be something, homie, because I've heard it too many times of not even just seeing angels or people passing away going to heaven, but like I've heard plenty of cases to where people see loved ones that passed away while they're passing away, or
You
they're
just hit another. Hey, let me finish. Let me tell you something. You brought something up that's crazier, my boy. So the week before my Theo actually got hit, he had got shot at a week before, and I'm only saying this because he's dead, right? So it doesn't matter. It's not snitching. He's gone. You know. Oh, he got shot at 7 times. They dumped on him. He was running. He said he tripped and he fell on the ground, and they were unloading the clip. And he said he didn't get hit one time, but he said when he looked up, he saw my primo, rest in peace. My primo died like 15 years ago, 2002. My cousin got shot in a gang shooting. Unfortunately, but uh, he's no longer here. But trip out on this part though. When we buried my primo, we buried him in a 22 jersey with some blue Friscos and some Nike Cortez with his beanie, because he said if he ever died, he didn't want to be buried in a tux, right? So we buried him like if he was dressed to go to the next day. You feel me? So my Theo's like, I saw Johnny, and my Theo was in prison when we buried my primo, so he didn't even see them. He was in prison. So when he said I seen Johnny, he was wearing his jersey with some blue pants, and I'm like, what the fuck? He said he looked at me and he turned around and he just walked and he faded away, and I'm like, what the this? But he got blasted at 7 times. They didn't get hit one. These fools were up on him, like up on his fool, like some real fucking life shit, not no fucking. I mean, I'm talking about some.
play around shit.
So this shit ain't no like these fools are gunning. These fools are gunning for my Theo. And this fool, he was running. He said like he was gonna get in the rough line. He seen the fools coming, so he started running and he tripped, and then fool was just black. That fool did not get hit one time, but then, you know, like a month later, that fool got shot again. Actually got shot in the back, and that's what he died from, unfortunately. So I've had a lot of family members, get black, they get killed to gang violence, and that's why when people say, "Oh, you're a JCat fool child, dog," I'm just tired of burying people, homie. I'm tired of going to funerals. I'm tired of fucking like hearing the homie, we gotta do a car wash. Like, homie, I done did so many, dog, where it got to the point, palabra, I'm gonna keep it real, fool. Like, I got to the point where I was going to funerals and it was just like, fuck, I've been to too many of these, I'm just being serious, In the last 3 years, I lost 2 people, to the street shit, street life, like them being involved in shit and, just being out there doing shit, getting high, got shot, like, so it's like, I just my best advice is to the you youngsters is enjoy life, get some money, go enjoy some bomb ass food, maybe smoke a fat ass joint overlooking your 15-story balcony. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's life, homies. That's life. Because when you get popped, no, there's gonna be a few homies at the car wash, and there's gonna be a few homies at the burial, and that's it, Holmes. Rest in peace to you. Pour some liquor for you the first day, and that's it, Holmes. And that's a fact because my primo, when I go to his plot, his cemetery, and go visit him, but it's hella hard for me till this day. It's hella hard for me to go visit my primo because I'm like, fuck, dog. Like, you see, like, nobody's came to visit. His plaques are overgrown, no flowers. Like, it just shows you the reality, dog, of the situation. So put your energy into your family, your friends, your loved ones, your job, your career, what you love. You know what I'm saying? But if you love doing the lifestyle, then hey, more power to you. But just be careful, Holmes, because the faster you go, the faster it ends, my boy. I learned that. You know what I mean? And of course, they're gonna have the fools that don't not gonna like what I'm saying. Frank's a J Cat. Frank's a weenie. Hey, Frank's been through it. I've been stabbed right here, in my back. Homie, I don't have my ear, my fucking whole shit split. Like this, dog. I'm just saying, dog.
Yeah, real talk. I want to say shout Huero Lira, Smoking Taz. I see y'all. But now that
Fucking blood
that's real.
tripping.
Man. That's real that you mentioned all that, bro. Because you know what, homie, like I guess like okay, with
I can.
everything going
Yeah.
on. Can you hear
Right
me?
here. Yeah. I can still feel it when I touch it. Feels weird as fuck. My bad, fool. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, no, you good, you good. I just want to make sure I was interrupting you.
Nah, you good.
No, I just want to say something quick and just say that well, you're not lying, dog. At the end of the day, fool. Like, okay, just a simple version, fool. Like, even what you said about with your family, you know how you've lost a lot of people. I want to say this very clear, dog. You know, like without giving up too much, homie. Me and my brother specifically, dog, are going through shit right now legally, dog. You know what I'm saying? So like when I got these weird J Cat fools online or want to beef with me or whatever, fools don't even know. That's what I know what they mean when I see the fools like, homie, you don't want to beef, you don't even know me, and you're right. Fools shouldn't be beefing with just everybody, vice versa. I say that for myself. I say it for anybody because listen, I got shit going on. I got problems. I just now a couple of years ago lost somebody important to me. My youngest, littlest brother is without a father, homie. Literally, all sorts of things. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, my dad wasn't there," but his dad was there, and it can't be there no more. He's gone, fool. He's passed away. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm trying to get at is like, I got so much shit on my plate. And I'm sure people got more. We all got a problem. But if a lot of these fools only knew what I was going through, they wouldn't be talking. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't, dog, because you know what? Yeah, I haven't hit Pelican Bay. I haven't hit No Pinta. I haven't done all this other stuff people went through, homie, but I can guarantee you there's some shit that I would go through. Believe it or not, fools would gladly rather do jail time. You know what I'm saying? The people I lost,
Right.
the things I've
I
had to
agree.
endure, the same way, you know, some people say the worst life. But I just want to go ahead and point out that you said something really good right there. Like, bro, we don't got time to be beefing with all these fools. And
I don't know.
I had to tell myself that when I seen my older brother, specifically him, you know, I ain't gonna say what he's going through or not going through, but hearing his situation, homie, and it made me think like, man, homie, I don't give a fuck about beefing with fools, dog. These fools ain't
Hell
gonna
no.
they ain't gonna pay me and my brother's bail money. They ain't gonna pay the homies bail money if we get locked up. You know, and like you said, fool, everybody loves to be there at your parties. Everybody loves to be there when you're getting high and getting drunk. But when you go look at your funeral, homie, when you go look at when people need to be there in general or just for you or in court, they're not there paying your bill. They're not there full.
Oh
Only your
no.
real ones are gonna be there carrying your casket, dog. And that's what I mean, homie. Like that's what made me, especially recently, be like, you know what, fools like that torta that's still bothering you. I let fools be, dog, because
I ain't
I
tripping.
my whole family talked to me recently, and they're like, not even that, bro. Look, for my nana, I'm gonna share say another thing. A bunch of people. My nana didn't have to raise me, bro. Rest in peace to my great grandparents. They did, but my nana and my great grandparents took care of me for my aunts and uncles, dog. No disrespect to my mom, no disrespect to my dad, homie. But I
Right.
am their foster care, the whole 9 yards, homie. Did all that shit, and I've been through way too much to deal with fools where a lot of these fools come from two-parent good homes. A lot of these fools got it good. A lot of these fools even got it bad like that. And I don't
Right.
even consider what I had bad because there's fools in third world countries, kids going through worse. So my whole moral of me saying all this, everything I endured, if people really heard Six Dude's story, there are worse stories. So I'm not gonna like boo-hoo me, but a lot of fools would look at it different. A lot of fools would give me a lot more respect and understand all that shit they try to argue with me about because they don't like what I commented or they don't like what kind of music I do. Homie, I've been
It's a
through
lot of
shit,
that
dog,
shit.
that I don't even hold up on people's head like, oh, I've been through that. But I'm just saying it clear to say that after going through all that, there's times I still get lost a little bit, and I gotta remind myself, dog, did I go through all that fucking shit? Is my grandmother right now? She shouldn't, homie. She's fucking in her 50s. Fool should be retiring. She shouldn't still be working at a chicken factory, homie. That bothers me, fool. Day in and day out, dog, that my grandmother still has to get up day in and day out at her age to go do her shit when she didn't have to. Fool, she raised her kids, and what I'm saying is, fool, I got too much weight on my shoulders. I got too many family members relying on me, homie, than to sit here and care about what these internet motherfuckers got to say, dog. I really don't, fool, because you know what, homie? When it's all said and done, like you said, I can't go to YouTube and a dealership, a house, be like, here, fool, here's my millions of views, dog. Let me go ahead and here's my credit. So keep that credit, dog. I'm real life worried about keeping
I'm
my
good.
brothers out of jail. I'm in real
Mm-hmm.
life worried about raising my youngest brother to have a good life because you know what, homie? My dad wasn't there, but my dad's not passed away. You know what I'm saying? And I feel for you, not to bring up, but like I don't mean to strike a nerve accidentally, but
Nah, you good.
you know, I know your father passed away, and I know you can relate to how that shit is. Whether, however, he may have been in your life, not your life. I don't know the situation, but you know that I know, homie, that the hardest thing is not being able to call your dad.
Say it.
You
Yeah.
know, so respect, dog.
Growing up, we didn't have the best childhood. Even when I was, in my early 20s, like going into my late 30s, right? Like, oh, I was still fucking up, bro. I was going 100 and fucking 113 miles an hour. I'm not even joking. My sister, when she watches and she, my family subscribe to my channel, they always tell me, like, damn, fool, like, you're doing fucking well. For like I remember, like, well, I was that one on the block with the homies. Like any neighborhood I was in, I was finding the homies from the hood. I was tapping in with them, and I was posting up with them. Like if I was from their section, dog, just kicking it with the homies, drinking, fucking going to their spots, fucking, pulling up, fucking taking it, just doing the most. And that's why I know so many fucking neighborhoods. Like I fucking been through all the hoods. I'm not even playing. I've been in San Diego. I even been all the way to Delano, fucking Shafter, Corcoran. I've been up there to Larry County, all that shit, man. And Bakersfield. I've been fucked, dude. And it was all. And thank God I'm still here, though. At the end of the day, like my just let's break it down real quick. Why for you guys to think I tweak and that I do drugs, right? First of all, I hate I have to say like that it highly offends me when people call me a dolphin because I'm gonna keep it G. My dad, he was retired, man. I respects to him, man. He was retired, but unfortunately, he did something. He smoked something one night, and he's no longer here, right? And but that man did everything. He accomplished everything. He raised us, took care of us when he had to. He retired from his high list, so whatever he did on his free time was him, right? But that was my dad, and we got real close as I became a father and I stopped going to jail and stopped using and stopped fucking kicking it with the homies. My dad was like, oh, he was just, it was a short time, homies, that we had, that he saw me change, right? So what I'm trying to say is like, don't waste too much time, homie, on the bullshit. Don't forget about your loved ones. Don't forget about your girl. Don't forget about your kids, homie. Because on the net, when I was busted, on 4th of July, I remember calling my dad in. My dad was he was the one that answered. Like, what are you guys doing, man? Oh, we're barbecuing. You good or what? Like, and at that time, we were slammed down because some fool had hung himself. Like, that fool had, like, choked himself out because he would just say he was going through an opiate challenge, and that opiate is no joke, dog. I seen fools really go fucking crazy off of the withdrawal, and so yeah, man, just remember, dog, like when you're in that court fighting that fucking life sentence, and trust me, dog, eventually you might not be fighting a life sentence, but you're gonna find yourself fighting a sentence that has to do with a couple numbers and years in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, it's not nice, dog. It's not nice, homie. It's a bad place to be, homies. You got to be mentally strong. You know, mentally strong is the most important thing, dog. Because I seen food lose their minds and shit, screaming, crying for help because they want to get the fuck out the box. You know, one time I was in a place where I couldn't even see the fucking clock. I had to fucking tell the homie on the top tier with a fool. I would have to sign like, what time is it, homes? Couldn't see nothing, just the fucking stairs all fucking day. Only come out, shower, run, use your phone, go shower, and boom, fucking like what? Maybe like not even 10 minutes of fucking little whatever fucking channel they have on there, you know. But luckily, dog, like I would just say to all the youngsters, dog, like just get a job, Holmes. It's okay to be. If you're active, Holmes, it's okay. You could still work, homie. You could still have a bag. You could still have a nice car, and you could still be from your neighborhood, Holmes. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying not. I'm not saying drop out. I'm not saying none of that, Holmes. What I'm just saying is make better choices financially, go back to school, get you a job, go be a heavy machine operator, you know what I'm saying, or a water truck, or go drive the cement trucks. Like that's where the feria's at, or drive the big ass diesel trucks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause at the end of the day, there is no 401k and gang banging. All right, let's get that straight, homies. There is no retirement money when you out there in the field till 50 years old. You feel me? Don't let these internet fucking gangsters get you guys confused, youngsters. Remember, that vato might be 70, 50, whatever, still acting like he's with the business active and all that shit. I broke this hand, fool. I broke this hand at Pounders and Escondido, Pounders, the bar, on some fool. That fool was a little bit bigger than me on my kids. I ain't even playing. Broke this shit. That's why if I ever hit somebody again, I'm going to break it again. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, though, like, it's not worth it, homes. There's no 401k in it, homie. So when you get old, do you really want to be on a GR? From the a GR is money from the county because you're a felon and you can't get a job, so they'll give you, I think it's like $180 or some shit. You know what I mean? Fuck that, my boy. When I see a veterano, no disrespect to my OGs, I got all love from all my veteranos, dog. But when I see the smackback ones, you know what I'm saying? It hurts me, dog. You know, it hurts my heart, homes, because I grew up around that, homes. All my family were, you know, smacking that shit back, homie. You know, and I grew up watching them. I grew up taking care of them, like pushing them. Hey, fool, you're going to the street. Where you going, homie? Like little ass kid, you know. So I just think like the fools that preach all that shit. I'm gonna end it unless they do say something. But the fools that keep on preaching all this, um, that the gangster look is what it is, and you gotta move like this, and you gotta be tough and all that shit. Being tough, homie, is digging for a pipeline, trenching, setting foundation in concrete, brick walling, setting drywall, painting, tile. You know what I'm saying? That right there, homes. Respect to them motherfuckers out there in 113-degree weather. You know what I'm saying? It is, you know what I mean? That's what you want to be in, homies. Dedicate your life to that. You know what I mean? Because when you're sitting in that box, getting that cold ass tray, that show is over, homie. You don't get no more chances. You don't get no more. You can't. There's no more leeway, homie. It's over. You know what I mean? And then 9 times out of 10 in there, if you're a first termer, you're gonna have to, you're gonna really have to like prove you're a lion and you're not a fish in a shark tank. You feel me? So I'm just gonna stay with there, homes. You know what I mean? Y'all get a bag, take care of your familia. Your familia is everything, my G's. And I learned that the hard way because I can't call my dad. I can't. I can't get at him when I'm having these issues with my sons and shit. Like he's not there no more. There's no phone line to the dad. He's at my sister's house in an urn. You know what I mean? So, but hey, construction is where it's at, Holmes. Trust me, I do. Listen, I do tile, paint, and drywall. If anybody's interested, and I do I do podcasting, and I do videography, and I do photography, homie. So, and I'm sober, and I'm reliable, and I'm respectful. And the homies can say, yeah, that homie's feed me. He can come through, Kyle. So, tap in, homies. Yeah. Yeah, homies.
No, yeah, I want to say real quick. Want to give a salute to you, Frank Shout Cali the Media. SR Broadcast, our record label, Spill Records, Pod Productions. I want to give a shout out to all the homies from the record
All the
label.
homies. Salute.
Shout out to everybody up in here that showed love. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to your pops. Rest in peace. Long live him forever. And I want to send a salute to your family, because you are family. And just, say that before I head out real quick and get the baby to bed. Thank
Yes,
you,
sir.
everybody. Make sure you guys go follow SR Broadcast on Instagram and all platforms. Do the same for Cali Hood Media and One Ground TV. If you can do me a favor, subscribe to SR Broadcast. I want to give a shout out to MC Life. I want to give a shout out to Lazy Blue Devil. Oh,
Lazy
I'm
Blue
the other two names.
Devil.
Shout out to them, but I don't want to think I'm clout chasing, so I'm gonna wait for the
Nah,
show
the
to be
homies right there.
locked in before I start shouting them out. But shout out to them. You know what I'm talking about, Frank. I just don't
Yeah,
want to be sitting here trying to get clout. I'm gonna
nah.
let things happen for me natural before I get in ahead of myself. And they say thank you to all the interviews Thank you to everybody that showed up. Thank you to Frank for helping us our broadcast and the team and everybody confident enough to start our own platforms. And just hope you guys have a blessed night. May you guys stay in good health. May you guys take care of yourselves. I'm gonna do the same because believe it or not, homie, time's short. We don't pay attention to our health until it's too late. We're not grateful for our life until it's too late. Just remember, there's somebody out there going through way worse, and your life is their paradise. So let's try to remain positive. Let's try to remain cordial with people. And I hope this next show proves that, hey, you know what, homie? I'm not no punk and I'm not putting negative energy out there. So in God's name, not no scary shit. I come with all love, but like they say, come in peace or leave in pieces. But other than that, dog, I'm on some cool shit. So these next couple concerts, stay tuned. And for the West Business Fest, the reason why I shouted out MC Light, shout Theo too. Sheesh, Theo.
Yo, in the
Um,
building.
you know what I'm saying? From that
Yeah,
west side. That's right. You
from
know
the
what I mean?
doubles.
I ain't gonna say too much. Um, but yeah, much love to them and everybody because they're gonna be headlining. We got one of MC Life's close colleagues in the rap game. Shout to him will be coming in as well. Make sure you guys go check out. Actually, I think believe it's gonna be in the IE April 18th, the day before the Galactic Stoners meet part 2, which is gonna be with me, Chino the P, 53 the Mac, PK, Opino, many more, all these different people. And I'll shout these names because hey, is what it is, right? Um, MC Life
Peanut.
and everybody else will be in October, but April 18th, not 19th, when we're doing it in the in the IE Immortal Technique. MC Life and a few artists are gonna be performing. So get your tickets. Get your tickets. Stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? Go get your tickets if you guys want that coming up. If you guys are in Colorado, tap in with us the day after. I don't know how y'all can make that happen. Get a rocket ship. You know what I'm saying? But I'll let you do your thing, Frank. You already know I send my love, bro. Your family. Keep
I
pushing.
appreciate you. Dog. You're definitely a good homie, though. I appreciate you. For sure.
Thank you. You guys have a blessed night. I'm gonna go ahead and head out.
All right, big dog. For sure. Yeah. Nah, we're kicking for a little bit. My little boy is asleep. But I wanted to say something, Holmes. So I just want to clarify something, dog, to everybody that's still on addiction. I mean, in no way, shape, or form am I disrespecting and clowning anybody that's on addiction, right? The only people that I challenged to a drug test was any YouTuber who's in any kind of genre, and you guys like to call me a tweaker and all this other stuff. So I just thought it would be a good idea. That'd be a fun idea, actually, to everybody's so stuck on paper with all this, working like pretty much trying to, you know. When you're doing stuff like that, asking for people's work and stuff on the camera, you know what that is, homie? If you were locked up, homie, that would be considered snitching, my boy. Debriefing, rata, no good, PC, DO, roll it up, get beat up, all that. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is, homies. But what I do want to say is to all the YouTubers out there, since you guys like to call me a tweaker and I move my mouth and I'm a weirdo and all this other JCat activity, I challenge everybody to a drug test, homie. And everybody's gonna say, Frank, stupid, homie. Ain't nobody gonna. If you're scared to do a drug test, I ain't fucking with you, homie. Because everybody in my circle is clean, homie. That's why we elevating, homie. I only fuck with fools that are doing business moves and really on the same level as me, right? Because I learned one thing in life, homie, is that if you are in the guy still and you're trying to, stay sober, guess what? It doesn't mix, homes. Feel me? But I'm just saying we're gonna leave it there. You know what I mean? But like I said, my challenge stands any day, homes. Doesn't have to be today. Don't gotta be 6 months from now, homies. But if anybody is interested, let's go. Let's not fight for money. Let's not fucking check each other and what level you on and all this bullshit. Nah, let's keep it real. Let's see who is really who. Let's see if you're dirty or if you're clean. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, dog. You know what I'm saying? I just, you know, Hey, Peanut, that shit sounds familiar. I'm trying to remember, dog. Like, it rings a hell of a bell from Escondido Homes. And it may be on the next one, my boy, when I go live again. Or I'm like, what is it? What's the name? I'm not sure, well, whoever you are, but maybe I remember exactly. Like, I can give you a little clue, and you can like, yeah, yeah, you're right, Holmes. But I'm telling you, that name fucking rings bells so much. Oh, fuck, hold on. Let me go back to this comment. I think I know one of the foods you're talking about. Oh, never mind. You know, Minnie. Minnie fool. Yeah, man. But anyways, guys, like I said, man. Um, I'm only saying this because I've seen a lot of comments, on the because I've been making reels lately. I've been going live, just no script, just boom, hit the fucking short button when I'm feeling some kind of way. Like just been recording, just saying the truth, like no skit, no nothing script, no information, just me talking, right? So I came across this one, well, a couple comments, right, where people were saying that you know certain garbage, right, about me. And I don't address all. You know what? I even stopped reading the comment section because the comment section just be so dumb sometimes. But yeah, man, I'm lonely boy growing up. So, all right, homies. I'm trying to think, but I don't want to talk too much on the net. Hey, listen, guys, I'm gonna end it here to all the podcasters. You guys, be careful what you're talking about, homies. At the end of the day, dog, they ain't not playing, man. Shout out to Roughneck TV, my boy from the High Desert area. Uh, I believe the homie said he's no longer gonna touch on any kind of activity that has to do with gangs and stuff of that nature. And he's gonna switch his content up. So smart man, dog, smart man. That's why I just report what these rappers do because I can't get in trouble for if it's put on the net and they're putting it out there and shit. And so there should be no reason why I can't speak on it, right? Yeah, you could check me out on TikTok at Kelly Hood Media. You'll see the same emblem if you can go hit me with a follow. I'm trying to get to 10,000 right now. I'm almost at 7,000 followers. Once I hit 10,000, I'll be able to have different features and stuff. I don't really go live on there because it's just you know, I mainly be about YouTube, but the end message of the day, we're going to end it with a positive message, though, guys. And the end message is that when people talk about you, homie, it's life, dog. Whether you have a badass car, whether you have the finest female, whether you're rich, whether you have the ugliest broad, whether you have a pinto, and whether you're poor as hell, they're still gonna judge you the same way, homie. Don't forget that. You know what I'm saying? Even if you dye your beard, even if you come on here with all these gold and Versace and Gucci shirts, and you're in your own living room or you're in your own garage or your room or whatever the fuck, right? You're in the safety of your own home, basically. You know, to each his own, homies. You know, but me, I don't do that shit. Though. I just come on home, dress, and just be me, homies. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if I'm wearing a $5,000 sweater, someone's still gonna say something about me. You know what I mean? But hey, at the end of the day, yeah, man, justice for you, Carlos. What is it, Carlos? Bugsy, Bugsy, nasty, dopey. Yeah, homies. But hey, we're gonna end it there. I'm gonna tomorrow's Friday, so I'm gonna go live tomorrow. I'll probably a little bit earlier. Um, I haven't went live in a couple of days because I was rearranging my backdrop and I was just fixing up my whole studio, moving the couch, and just a whole bunch of different activities, right? And then of course I got my kids, and then they got homework. I got homework. You feel me? It gets busy, But man, salute to you guys. I appreciate you guys staying this long. You guys have a blessed night. Stay safe, stay blessed. Remember, man, staying sober is the best life. It ain't no life unless you're sober life. Respect. We out. Good night, guys. Have a good night.